Okay, today we want to talk about some old products. We have discussed them before. It is the Prong collar. However, there are some new models out. They've been out a little while. They're new to us. Typically, we order a large batch for the year, cases of them really. But there's some new stuff out there and some stuff that I think that our clients really benefit from. And we'll take a look at them. So years ago, we would work with the 3mm Hermspringer prong collar. We only use Hermspringer. If you'll notice, the length of each link. Okay, it's not the part of the prong down here, but the link. Okay, so it is from this piece to this piece. All right, so let's take a closer look at it. Now, for comparison's sake, the new links that are out, they are quite a bit shorter. And again, let's take a look at those. You'll see the longer link is a more standard, that's 3mm. And the shorter one, I think is a real benefit. You have dogs that are the medium-sized breed, even a large breed, but not the giant breed, right? It's much like the links in a metal watch band, okay? So if you look, this watch band here, the links are quite a bit bigger, okay? So when it bends and it fits on your wrist, it doesn't contour quite as well as something like this would, okay? And this contours and it flexes much better, all right? So while the standard 3mm is still great, I think that the shorter lengths, they're gonna be even better, okay? And that'll be for most breeds, anything from your pointers, your retrievers, so your GSP, your GWP, your labs. When you go to a little bit longer hair, maybe consider the Golden Retriever, German Shepherds, perhaps the longer lengths will work better. What's interesting is you can take a longer link and you can pair it with a shorter link, okay? Short link, long link. So if you get those breeds where you're just in between sizes or the neck, what you can do is you can connect a longer link to a shorter link, and that will give you maybe the in-between size, where if you were running 4 links on one side, 3 links on the other, maybe you can run 3.5 links on each side and get the perfect fit. All right, so let's put this back together. And now all the Hermspringer kind of standard collars, they're coming with this center plate. And that is what the links are attached to, right? Now this redirects from away from the trachea, okay? So one on each side, you get it where you place it in the center, it redirects away. We almost immediately take that off. In fact, all of our clients in the last few years, we haven't even had that as an option, okay? So what we've been ordering is a quick attach buckle from Katie's buckles, and it looks similar to this. If you're a client of ours, you absolutely have seen it before. You probably have one. The quick attach part, okay? And then also disconnect. You squeeze the top and the bottom, comes apart, and then press it together, and it's locked. We've only had one issue, and that's because hair was stuck somewhere in there in the buckle, and it just didn't quite catch all the way, and so when the leash got taut, all right, and there was pressure on it, it came apart. Just something to check for, that's all. Now, something new with Hermspringer, and these have been out a little while, but we just haven't carried them. Like I said, we normally order for an entire year. This is their quick attach buckle, okay? It can be used on either the short or the long 3mm links. The way that this works is you are going to slide this over. It reveals the button here. You're going to depress that, and you're going to pull right apart here. okay? Almost kind of difficult to get apart. I'd rather it be difficult to get apart than too easy to get apart, right? To attach, slide it in, slide the jacket cover over. My opinion is these are a bit more secure. Now, they're a little bit bigger. Your bigger breeds, you won't have any problems at all with them. Your medium-sized breeds that are still in a 3mm setup, you can see there's a little bit of a difference there. From a price perspective, now all of our clients, they are supplied these collars. It's not something that we sell necessarily, they're just supplied. From a price perspective, it's more reasonable to go with the entire Herm Springer setup. Even though we have a wholesale contract with Katie's, it's about double the price. So you'll end up spending quite a bit more for this, and it's preference really. They also come in the 2.25mm setup. This is from Katie's as well. Now, it does not come with a link attached. Instead, you are going to squeeze the link and press it through the holes like this. Again, we've had these for quite some time. Now, when it comes to the Herm Springer version of the 2.25mm, this is what you get. All right, my opinion is this is too big for most breeds. If you had a Doberman with a very slender neck or a Greyhound or something like that, where we might actually use a 2.25, this would be fine. So we carry both, and depending upon the breed and the size of the dog, we are gonna pick the right one for you. So quite a bit difference in size. Works the same way where the button is protected and the jacket slides over. All right, now this is new to us. This is the 1.5mm, and it's very small. For comparison's sake, here's the 2.25mm, and it is quite a bit smaller. Katie's is making the 1.5mm quick attach buckle. Herm Springer, I don't believe, has one. I tried putting the links onto the 2.25mm buckle from Katie's, and it's too small and it slips too easily. My thought is, if you have a dog that is so small that you need this, you should just squeeze the links, okay? You don't want any extra bulk. I mean, we're talking about a dog that is, I would say, 4 to 8 pounds is going to be using these. 8 pounds and up, 2.25mm. Depending upon the breed, right? I'd say 30 pounds and up, you can go to the 3mm. Honestly, we haven't ordered any more of these standard 3mm prong collars anymore. We prefer these short links. And again, it's because I think it gives you a more contoured fit. You know, much like a metal watch band that can twist and give and contours very easily versus something that has bigger links to it. So, you know, contact us if it's something that you want to trade out to. If you already have one, it works great for you, no problem. But I think that especially the 1.5mm, it really opens up the door to work with the much smaller breeds, because the way in which we train, you know, a harness on a small dog is still creating the same problems that it creates for a big dog. It's about behavior, but with smaller dogs, you're limited to size because, you know, this collar may be way too big for a dog under 8 pounds. This one is certainly too big for small dogs. So pick the right size, and you know, contact us for some training. If you want to do in-person, this will go on Patreon. And then some of our in-person clients will get it as well, just as a, you know, something to consider if they're older clients that don't have one of the quick attach buckles and they're interested in how to get them. Okay.